Hello, River Terrace. I wanted to invite you to engage in some reading and good discussion this summer with our summer book club. We're going to be reading a book each month and discussing it. And you can take part by Zoom or even in person if you're in town. And we're going to be looking at some books that have come out over the past year or so that deal with theology, politics, culture, and the church. And they represent different points of view, which I think works well for our church. In June, we're going to read Live Not by Lies, A Manual for Christian Dissidents by Rod Dreher. Now, Rod Dreher is a conservative blogger and author. He he's a well-known commentator whose book, The Benedict Option, made quite a splash a few years ago. In fact, we had a Sunday morning session on that in the gym. And so Live Not by Lies looks at the possibility of soft totalitarianism. And Dreher is writing from a more conservative viewpoint. And we'll be looking at that in June. Then in July, River Terrace will partner with Campus Edge Fellowship and discuss the book Reading While Black, African American Biblical Interpretation as an Exercise in Hope. And that's by Esau McCauley, who is he teaches at Wheaton College and is a priest in the Anglican Church in North America. And so that will be both River Terrace and Campus Edge Fellowship. Dara will help me lead that. And then in August, we have a professor from Calvin University, Kristen Kobes Dumais, and her book, Jesus and John Wayne, How White Evangelicals Corrupted a Faith and Fractured a Nation. Now, Dumais' book really, when it came out last summer, it really hit big and continues to make waves. And if you notice from these three books, then we have one book from a more conservative approach, one exploring the African American tradition, and then Kristen Kobes Dumais, who grew up in the Christian Reformed Church as a professor at Calvin University, examining this one dominant theme in evangelicalism. And so these are timely, and they could be a bit tense for some people to talk about. I think that folks from River Terrace would be able to read it and handle it well, and these will help us to understand other people's viewpoints and understand the big shifts going on in our culture. So I invite you to pick one or two or all three of those books, start reading, and I'll send out the dates and times. We'll start in late June, have a meeting on Live Not by Lies, then Reading While Black, and then Jesus and John Wayne in August. See you soon.